Hello, Captains, and welcome back. Continuing this stream on Age of Discovery DLC. At least the first part of it anyways, we haven't received the second part yet. Next episode will be Secrets. Or the first episode. The rest was all just training.
We have a situation at the Delta Volanus cluster. One of our research stations there managed to get a partial distress signal off before it was jammed at the source. I need you to get out there and get eyes on the situation. The Klingons are getting bolder since they acquired cloaking technology, but an attack that far into Federation space is bold, even for them. Find out what's going on and render any assistance they might need at the station, if it still exists.
Understood.
I have a mission for you.
So let's beam up to our ship. So off camera I did buy Age of Discovery starter pack. So I have a tardigrade of my own. One thing I haven't done is set up my away team. Captain called Boothby. That's a nice little homage to Boothby from Starfleet Academy, the groundskeeper. Delta Volanus station is just ahead. We're picking up some damage to the station on sensors. Looks like they've been in a fight recently. Helm, take us in. Could be Klingons under cloak nearby. Red alert.
Scanning the radiation will cause the wave scanner minigame to appear.
Yes, I know.
To play the minigame, use the left stick to line up the red waves with the blue waves in the background.
Guess what? I don't want to do the minigame.
Glad you were in the area. Some Klingons just appeared out of nowhere. They can do that now, right? Unbelievable. Anyway, the whole thing was terrifying and strange. I mean, they shot at us, did some structural damage, knocked some sensor pods out of alignment, and completely ruined my latest experiment. But that's it. They had us, and they just left.
How can we help here?
Our tractor beam is offline. Actually, it's a fried little puddle of sadness, but offline sounded better. If you can, could you use your ship's tractor beam to move our sensor pods back into position? I'm sending the coordinates over now. That'd really help us get back to our research here. I mean, these gaseous anomalies won't analyze themselves, am I right?
Right, we're on a doctor standby. That was nice they put it in the fried little puddle of sadness.
Sensor pod beta is online again. Okay, sensor pod alpha is back online. Klingons are happening! A lot of Klingons! They're coming this way fast! Shields up! Weapons hot! They're gonna attack! Again!
Red alert, all hands to battle stations.
Starfleet Command, this is Delta Volana Station. We're under attack!
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
Oh, okay, ship. We're in big trouble.
Target's shields have failed.
I really shouldn't be using my tachyon beam against these birds of prey.
Target's shields have failed.
Incoming halos from Starbase 1, on screen.
This is Kensington. Sounds like the Klingons are making a push in that sector. We're sending some backup your way. Command's still analyzing these attacks, trying to figure out what the enemy is up to there. In the meantime, I need you to hold that system and protect the station. Stay sharp out there, and good hunting.
Thank you, Admiral, we will.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
And there's the Glen.
This is the Glen. Heard you could use some help.
Yes, ma'am, we can.
The target has arrived.
Warning,
All
ship
ships,
is under
fire
attack.
to disable.
Target's shields have failed.
Shield buckling. Losing main power. You can use an assist here.
Well, if you didn't jump away,
Target's shields have failed.
There'll be time for formalities later. Right now, we've got a problem. Several, actually. The Klingons beamed multiple boarding parties over during the fight. We're a research vessel. Our security forces are getting overwhelmed. If you could send some people over to help, we'd be much obliged.
we're on our way, Captain. Purple Muffin's out. Captain, the Glen needs our help repelling boarders. Are you ready to beam over? Yes, I am. Let's take care of some Klingons.
Thanks for coming. The captain still has control of the ship. She's waiting for you on the bridge. Unfortunately, the Klingons have several boarding parties between you and the bridge, and they're not taking prisoners.
Understood. Stay safe. Belted him into the bulkhead. Alright, everyone pile in.
You made it. Good. We have a lot of work to do here. The Klingons have done extensive damage, especially to our power systems. Mr. Strahl is doing what he can to get main power back online. Care to give him a hand?
Of course, Captain. Or thought I'd go in.
Like the captain said, main power's offline. We're sitting ducks without it, and the Klingons know it. Let's get to work before House Mokai turns us all into trophies. Or lunch.
What do we need to do?
I'll do the heavy lifting. What I need you to do is to bring engineering control to a bridge console, divert the power flow, and enter the new power-up sequence I'm putting together. You got it?
Yes, let's get to work.
Engineering control is transferred. Go to the next console to divert the power flow. Power flow is diverted. Input the new power-up sequence next. Nice work. Main power is back online. Nice work. We're not out of the woods yet, though. Our next stop's the engineering lab. I need to get our shields back online and secure some classified data down there. Believe me, we don't want the Klingons getting their hands on it.
Right, let's get to the engineering lab. I remember seeing that before. It's up for later. There's the tardigrade. Take that.
Not sure how she pulled it off, but that Klingon put a security field up between us.
Ja'ula, she is full of surprises.
Ja'ula? The Ja'ula? This day just keeps getting worse. Look, I need to drop that security field. She's trying to steal that data I told you about on the bridge. We can't let that happen. Watch my back in case any more Klingons pay us a visit.
Work fast, Strahl.
Most impressive, Starfleet. This tech will win the war. This will bring supremacy to my house and the Empire.
Wait, what? She blocked access. I can't bring down the security field. Damn, she's good. Locked me completely out of the security system. I can't get the field down. Fine, she's not the only clever one in the room. Watch my back. I've got an idea. Just need a little more time.
You'll have it.
Wait, she's dropping the field? Look out! Here she comes! Shields online. They can't beam out now.
Flanking damage detected.
Looks like the Klingons aren't fond of our house guest. Shame, really. It's nice once you get to know it.
Strahl, what's our status here?
Well, I have good news and bad news.
Start with the good news, please.
The good news is I managed to corrupt a number of critical data files before she stole them. There's only 2 people in the galaxy who can figure out that mess now, and neither of them are Klingons.
And the bad news?
The bad news, well, there's plenty of uncorrupted data in there that the Klingons shouldn't have. It was classified for very important reasons. We need to stop her. Of course, if half of what they say about Jula is true...
It is.
Great. Takuvma's sister, one of the deadliest members of House Mokai. Here. Wonderful. Okay. They must be headed to the shuttle bay. I brought the shields back online so they can't beam out. If they're gonna leave, they're gonna have to get creative. Let's head down there before Jula gets any more bright ideas.
What the hell was that thing?
That? You should probably make peace with the words, "it's classified," when it comes to what you just saw. Seriously, don't worry about it. Believe me, we have bigger problems here, starting with Jula. We need to stop her.
Okay. Damn, and Tardigrade ripped that door right off.
Enemy targets on sensor.
Do you hear that?
Engineering, emergency transport of the specimen to containment.
Look on my face.
You okay? Come on, let's go. We're almost there. We really need to stop Ja'ula.
After that, we're gonna have a conversation about that creature, Doctor.
Oh, that'll be exciting. Let me add that to my calendar. Right after we stop the insane Klingon with our top secret data. Less monster, more Klingon, okay? Now let's go.
Alright, let's go. There's
We're almost
Ja'ula.
to the shuttle bay. Keep moving.
Stop. There she is, though, right there, getting away.
She stole one of our shuttles. She bypassed deck security, got emergency evacuation clearance, and hotwired one of our shuttles. Unbelievable. If she wasn't trying to kill all of us, I'd be impressed.
Options.
Well, that's a short-range craft. There must be a Klingon ship out there waiting for her. We might get out of this yet. Now head back to your ship. See if you can find where she went. We'll do the same here.
Understood.
Heads up. Klingon reinforcements are warping in. Protect yourself and the station. But we really need to find out where that shuttle carrying the stolen data went. There's a good chance it's on a cloaked ship nearby.
What exactly is that data?
Hate to play the "that's classified" card here, but you know the drill. Sorry. Take it up with Admiral Kensington if we make it through this. For now, let's focus on those Klingons out there trying to kill us, okay?
Right. Tactical, go to red alert.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed. Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed. Target's shields have failed.
Get ready to be happy. I think I know how to find where Ja'ula went.
Explain, quickly.
If the shuttle's in range, I can hack into its command matrix and send a self-destruct command. That'll make a big enough boom to reveal the location of the ship she landed on, cloaked or not.
Brilliant, what's the catch?
Yeah, about that. If the shuttle's in a ship, it'll be tough to get a signal through the shields, the jamming, and the cloak. Tough, but not impossible. Get me close enough, I'll make it happen. We just need to start sifting through this big haystack for one angry little needle. Leave that to us. You protect the station.
Understood, good hunting.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
Around the station we go.
Target's shields have failed.
And she warps away.
Stroll's plan worked, but Ja'ula's ship was able to go to warp before we could disable it.
So I noticed.
There's still hope. The explosion did a lot of internal damage to that ship. She's leaving a trail we can follow. So, we're going to pursue Ja'ula and clean up our mess. Thanks for all your help here today. If we pull this off, it could make a big difference in the war effort. For all of us.
Good luck, Captain. Latex Starfleet out. And that's the end of the first mission.
I'm not thrilled with the Klingons getting away with some of our cutting-edge research, but Stroll's report indicates they won't be able to do much with it for quite some time, if ever. Hopefully the Glen will be able to track down Ja'ula and recover the data before they return to Klingon space. It should go without saying that what you witnessed at Delta Volanus is classified at the highest level. The Klingons know too much as it is. Good work out there. Kensington out.
Understood, ma'am.
I have a mission.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Okay, cannot use any of that yet.
Starbase 1 has been attacked by the Klingons. Though they have repelled the first wave of attack, it is highly likely that more Klingon forces will resume the assault soon. We need you to assist Starbase 1 and defend it from Klingon attack immediately.
Understood, ma'am. We're on our way.
I have a mission. I need you at Starbase 1 as... I don't have anything for you right...
Wow, just checking things out. Jeez, Okay, do not get the impulse engine yet.
Glad you could make it. There's a little time and plenty to do. I trust you see the enemy vessels near your position.
Yes, we have them on sensors.
Deal with them. I need you conducting rescue operations as soon as possible, and the Klingons won't let you do that without a fight.
Understood, Admiral.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shield has failed.
All right, that area's secure, for now. Let's make the most of the time we have. I need you to beam out any survivors on board the damaged Starfleet ships in your vicinity. Make it fast. The Klingons will send more ships, and soon.
Agreed.
One more thing. The Klingons aren't above ambush tactics, using their blasted cloaking device to get the jump on you. Some of them might be lurking around, waiting for the chance to strike.
Understood. Latex Starfleet out.
The Churchill has been evacuated. Thanks.
You're welcome, Captain.
Cardiff evac complete. All hands are safely away.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shield has failed.
Gotcha.
Vancouver here. You're all clear. Many thanks.
You're welcome, Captain.
Macedonia reporting. Evac is complete. We owe you one.
Nice work. Glad those Klingon cowards didn't get the better of you.
Thank you, Admiral.
I hate to ask this, but I have standing orders from Starfleet Command. I need you to scuttle those ships.
Admiral?
The Klingons have been scavenging everything they can to get their hands from wrecked Starfleet vessels. In the event we fail in our mission here, Command doesn't want the Klingons getting away with any critical resources. You have your orders.
Understood, Admiral.
Warning, ship is under attack. Warning, ship is under attack. Warning, ship is under attack.
Hard thing to watch, but it had to be done.
Agreed. What's next, Admiral?
We need some critical supplies here. My chief engineer's sending you a list as we speak. Beam those supplies over with the personnel you rescued. After that, I need you on high alert, patrolling the area. The Klingons don't give up that easily. They'll be back.
Understood. We're on our way, Admiral.
Surely you didn't think we'd let you seize all the glory here.
Not at all, Captain. It's good to see you.
And you. My chief engineer isn't too happy right now, but we made it in one piece.
We came as soon as we could. Wish it were under better circumstances. Ticonderoga's ready for battle. We've got your back.
Thank you, Captains.
You're doing good work out there. The personnel and supplies you've sent might make the difference here today. That said, I have bad news. Our long-range sensors are picking up a Klingon force heading our way at high warp. They'll be here soon. Get ready for a fight.
Yes, Admiral.
Remember the lessons we learned in battle, especially at Corvan 2. They'll be preoccupied with conquering the base. We can use that distraction to our advantage.
Agreed.
We know how they fight. Don't expect mercy. It won't be coming from Klingons. Hit them fast and hit them hard. And captains, it's been an honor. Good fortune to you all.
And to you, Captain.
Klingon attack ships on sensors. Fire at will!
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Weapons away.
Target's shields have failed.
We're taking heavy damage here, Captain.
Doing our best, Admiral.
Target's shields
They're
have
targeting
failed.
the civilian habitat areas. Stop them!
We're trying, Captain. Admiral.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
Captains, we're reading more Klingon ships on our sensors. A lot more. This is it. They're making their big push. Our initial predictions are not good. I've given the order to evacuate critical personnel and the injured. We're loading as many as we can load onto the ship stocked here. They're too damaged to fight, but they're all warp capable.
Understood.
I need you to draw attention from those ships when they disembark. Buy them the time they need to get to warp and to safe harbor.
They'll have it, Admiral.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
dislodged. Good luck.
Target's shields have failed.
All ships, the Lafayette is underway. Keep those Klingons busy.
We're trying, Admiral.
Target's shields have failed.
The Roosevelt is on her way. Hold on just a little longer, people. Just a few stragglers left. Deal with them.
Yes, ma'am.
Target's shields have failed. Target's shields have failed. Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
Heads up. Looks like the Klingon flagship just dropped out of warp.
This is Lucara.
Sounds like you have some history with that ship. What can you tell us about... Wait. Are you reading this? We're picking up some unusual energy spikes. Some new Klingon weapon, perhaps? I don't like this. Take the Lucara out of commission before it gets into weapons range.
Understood, ma'am.
I see you still draw breath, Starfleet. This pleases me. I'm going to enjoy breaking you.
Never will.
You need to stop the Lucara, now!
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
And a fool, just like my brother.
We'll help Starbase 1. You deal with the Lucara.
Now Starfleet witnessed my moment of triumph.
Shields are down. All hands, repel quarters. I repeat, all hands.
Target the starbase, ready the weapon. Fire.
Take a moment. You've had quite a day. My name is Daniels. I'm here to help. Ja'ula's weapon used unstable mycelial tech, stolen from the Glen. When she fired it, it caused a massive temporal disruption. Everyone in the blast radius was thrown forward in time to the early 25th century. You, your crew, and a number of House Mokai ships, including the Lucara. They are currently at large. Unchecked, they're a danger to the timeline. I'd like your help in dealing with them. Officially, you were listed as killed in action. I'll help you fully integrate into this time period. That mycelial tech is dangerous. We need to stop Ja'ula, and soon. I'll be in touch.
Welcome, nerds. Space Dock. Busy day on the holodeck, sir? I love dressing up for those historical holo novels, too. My Harry Mudd costume took first prize last year. That being said, you're scheduled for a meeting with the top brass, so you might want to update your uniform beforehand. The Admiral can be a stickler for that sort of detail, after all. You're scheduled for a meeting with the top brass, so you might want to update your uniform beforehand.
You have a new captain power available in your radio menu.
Too
Press
many
the
people
left
talking
trigger
at
to
once.
show all your powers. Use the left stick to navigate this radio menu. Press the L3 button to set your quick power and update the default captain power to use. Press the right trigger to activate a power directly from this radio menu.
You're scheduled for a meeting with the top brass, so you might want to update your uniform beforehand. The Admiral can be a stickler for that sort of detail, after all.
Understood.
That was good advice. Report to the tailor and speak with them about updating your uniform. You're over 150 years out of date in that regard.
Understood. Wouldn't want to be too conspicuous. Actually, I'm gonna leave my uniform the way it is.
Okay, you found the tailor. Take care of any uniform modifications you need here. You're almost ready to meet Admiral Quinn, but there's someone I'd like you to speak with before that. Philip Cray is a fellow temporal agent. He'll be working with you from time to time. Speak with him before your appointment with the Admiral.
As you wish, I'll speak with Agent Cray. Gonna pop up my tardigrade here.
Ah, there you are. Daniels told me you'd be stopping by. Welcome to the 25th century. We've established your new cover identity, and the Admiral is expecting you in the office behind me. Report to him for your orders. Good luck out there. Let's hope we stop Joula before she causes irreparable damage to the timeline.
Agreed, and thank you.
Ah, come in. I've been expecting you. I've been reviewing your service record. It's exemplary. You've accomplished a great deal in your career. Starfleet can use more officers of your caliber, to be certain. I hope you're ready to get back out there. A situation has come to my attention, and I'd like you to look into it.
Understood, Admiral.
History is often the means to predicting future conflicts, and resolving them as peacefully as possible. The history of the Federation and the Klingon Empire is heavily dominated by our conflicts. Centuries ago, they were dedicated foes. The Klingons nearly brought the Federation to an end in the middle of the 23rd century. As we move into the future, understanding the Klingons may keep us out of another such conflict. We have a mission simulation for you to undertake that revisits one of the famous conflicts of that era. Join a task group to participate in that operation.
Understood. But I am going to take a bit of a break here. I need to go do some things, so I will be right back. Okay, I'm back.
Skills will increase your effectiveness in both space. Skills will increase your effectiveness in both space and ground combat. Select any skill to see a full description of the benefits gained by purchasing it.
Oh, that didn't take too long. Good. I was only able to get 2.
Listen up. The war has not been going well for the Federation, and the Klingons are advancing to our position. We need to hold off their ships until reinforcements can arrive. We expect the Klingons to attack in waves. Their smaller, faster ships are hungry for battle and won't wait for the rest of their fleet to arrive in one group. As the fight progresses, their heavier ships will show up. Hold them off until more Starfleet ships can get here.
Understood. I'm going to cancel that fleet request.
Here they come.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shield has failed.
We're prepping for feedback of normal sector personnel and civilians.
Shields failing. Target's shield has failed. Target's shields have failed. Target's shields have failed.
There's a great incoming warp signatures. We may have a short amount of time before more arrive. An evacuation ship is launching. Give them cover.
Understood, ma'am. We're on our way.
Reading some heavier ships incoming. Raiders and battle cruisers.
Warning, ship is under attack.
Raider's gone. Decatur.
An evacuation ship is launching. Give them cover.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
This is Andor. Our shields are taking hits, and we can use an escort. Andor here. We've taken heavy fire. Request assistance.
Hey, Batman!
Target's shields have failed.
How's it going, my friend?
An evacuation ship is launching. Give them cover.
Target's shields have failed.
I'm alright, Batman. Got back from vacation and got some crappy news, but we're hanging in there.
Warning, ship is under attack.
The Klingons are regrouping again. Get into position to prepare for the next assault.
So it looks like we only saved 2 ships.
Here come the Klingon battleships. Keep fighting!
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
Give them cover.
Oh, only 2 ships so far.
Roosevelt is in need of aid. Draw off some of those enemy ships. This is the Roosevelt. Could use a little help. Engines and shields are failing.
Won't be able to get to you in time. Sorry, Roosevelt.
Left shields failing. Right shield failing. Target's shields have failed. Four shields failing. Rear shields failing. Hull integrity below 75%.
Come on, stay in the fight. Wow, that rank up happened just in the nick of time.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target shield has failed.
That'll hold them off, for now. I don't know how much longer we can keep up with this kind of war. Today was a good one. At least there will be a tomorrow.
Indeed.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Excellent work. Hopefully you have a better understanding of the kinds of pressures that the Federation faced in its formative years and how remarkable it is occasionally have managed to find common ground with the Klingons.
I've received a report there is a Bolian freighter that is overdue arriving at Earth Space Dock. It may need assistance.
Diana Brott is an experienced captain and daughter of a former Starfleet officer. It's not like her to be out of contact. Your orders are to head to sector space and find the Azura. Already transmitted ship's last known coordinates to your con officer. Good luck. Thank you, Admiral. It's like a little bit of realism. Transporter pad do beam out. I do hope to get the Crossfield class science cruiser eventually.
To any ships in range, this is Dana Brott of the transport SS Azura. Please help. Warp core containment field down. Radiation flooding ship. Communications and life support failing. Cannot eject warp core. Need immediate evacuation and assistance. Please help us.
We're on our way.
To any ships in range, this is Dana Brott of the transport SS Azura. Please help. We're being pursued by Orion Raiders. Crew injured, taking heavy fire. Dropping out of warp near your coordinates. Need immediate evacuation and assistance. Please help us.
Ian Kwan, keep tracking on that distress signal. So they added new special effects here. Sir, sensors are picking up several light attack craft on intercept course. We need to deal with them before we can render aid to the SS Azura. Full power to shields. Helm, take us within range.
Ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
I'm gonna grab this drop, and then we're gonna go get the secret accolade in this map.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
Captain, I'm detecting elevated radiation levels on the Azura. I've alerted Transporter Chief of the situation. She can brief you before you beam over to the Azura. Await team report to the transporter room.
Captain, I'm concerned about the radiation on the Azura. She might have some damage to the warp core, but our sensors can't pick up enough to determine exactly what you'll find over there. I'm sure I can send you and the away team to the ship safely, but getting you back might be a problem until the Azura's critical damage is repaired. Step on the transporter pad when you're ready to go, and be careful, sir.
I will. Try to keep a lock on us and prepare to transport survivors. Sir, I'm picking up multiple life signs. Some of them are Azura's captain and crew. The rest are Orion. Plasma leaks are blocking our path to the survivors. We will need to use consoles to safely vent the plasma. Rescuing survivors is our top priority. Patient showing signs of radiation poisoning. A hypospray of hyranolin will take care of the symptoms. She may need to spend a few days in sickbay. Okay, you're supposed to pop up. I'll come back to her. Scanning the warp core, Captain. Catastrophic failure of animator containment. Warp core breach is imminent. Captain, unless the breach is contained, the Azura will be destroyed.
We hit an Orion ambush on our way to K7. We lost our weapons almost immediately, and then we took a direct hit near engineering. Our warp engine's magnetic antimatter containment field failed. We had no choice but to drop shields and use the power to try to stabilize the containment field. As soon as the shields were down, Orions boarded the ship. I'll never let those green pirates have the Azura. Please, take my crew to safety. I'll keep trying to stabilize the warp core. If I'm lucky, I can buy you some time.
And now the Klingons are showing up. Nice. Sure, now their signs pop up.
It is no surprise that the cowardly Orions cannot even handle raiding a freighter. But their call for assistance has given us a chance for glorious combat.
Guess there must be a cloaked Klingon vessel in the area. We should alert the ship. Like Dark Starfleet, we have Klingons. Okay, I need to come back and finish this mission later to get that accolade. For some reason, it's very buggy. Get the transporter, we're right behind you. Away team, Galactic Starfleet, are you ready for transport? Azura radiation levels are returning to normal. Survivors of the Azura's crew are in the transporter pad. We don't have much time, get these people off this ship now. We have them, sir. Just detect Orion reinforcements on the way. Captain, we need you back on the bridge. To the bridge I go. Captain, incoming message from the Klingons, putting it on screen.
Leave now if you know it's good for you, Starfleet. We are taking this ship, her crew, and her cargo.
Azura and her crew are under Starfleet's protection.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
A Nigvar warship, huh?
Target's shields have failed. Four shields failing.
Captain, we need to get within range to try to get transport lock on Captain Brat. We'll save Captain Brat.
Attempting to get a transporter lock on Captain Brat, sir. Boosting containment. We have it, Captain.
Captain Brat is safely aboard, sir. Just in time, too. We got her before the ship exploded. Captain Brat requested we take her and her crew to sector space. Starfleet will get them home from there. She said she'll be happy to speak to you if you wish. I don't need to speak with her. Let's get out of here.
Well done. You saved that crew just in time.
Congratulations, Lieutenant Commander.
Being hailed by Admiral Quinn. Let's go back to home. I don't need that ship. I needed a science ship, but that's okay. Oh, what's his name gonna be? Okay. Let's go change the look of our ship. Got the Constitution class refit. Actually, I'm gonna make it the Constitution class bridge. Alright, let's put our new badge on. Okay, let's head on to the next mission.
We have a diplomatic mission for you. An important Vulcan ambassador is traveling from his homeworld to the monastery at Pajem. Capturing the ambassador would be a major coup for the Klingons or Orions, so we're assigning you to make sure everything goes smoothly. You are to escort Ambassador Soketh to Pajem. Please meet him at Vulcan. Once you locate him, speak with him about the transport mission. Do whatever is necessary to keep him safe.
Understood. Captain, we have arrived at the Vulcan system. I took the liberty of contacting the Ambassador's aide when we arrived. Pella says the Ambassador has certain arrangements he prefers when traveling. She'd like to go over them with you. Would you like me to put her on the main view screen? On screen.
Greetings. Thank you for agreeing to escort the Ambassador to Pajem. Ambassador Soketh is currently attending a ritual to honor the end of the Kalrek holiday. He will be done soon, but the Ambassador is hesitant to use transporter technology. His bias against the transporters is not logical, but I have come to accept it. I believe that Soketh would be much more comfortable traveling by shuttlecraft. I have received clearance for you to land near the Ambassador's location. I look forward to meeting you in person.
As do I. We're ready to land on Vulcan, sir. When you are ready to make our final approach, let me know.
Starfleet Shuttlecraft. This is Vulcan Orbital Control. You are cleared to land at the requested coordinates. Welcome to Vulcan. Please enjoy your stay.
Okay, I've materialized inside the ground. Captain, the Ambassador and his aide are waiting for you at the temple at the top of this rise. You can speak to them there. Find out if the Ambassador needs anything from us before we depart for Pajem. Pella has requested that I speak with her, huh? Captain, I regret to inform you that we have an impasse in completing your mission. Allow me to explain. As you know, Pajem is sacred to the Vulcan people, and access is strictly prohibited. Originally, this would not present any difficulty, but Savin, the leader of the order that maintains the monastery, has chosen this moment to illogically refuse to grant Ambassador Soketh permission to meet with the abbot at Pajem. This is most abnormal. Can this trip wait until Savin changes his mind? Ambassadors considered going to the council to request that they overrule Savin. The process will take time that he simply does not have. The Ambassador is unable to complete his journey to Pajem now. Have to delay it until after the trade conference at Corridon is complete, and that could take weeks. Wonder why Savin won't grant the Ambassador permission. The Ambassador, I'm afraid, has spent too much time off-world. I have seen it change him. His interactions with other species have grown easier over the years, but our own people have become more challenging with him to deal with. Perhaps you could speak to Savin. I know he has a great deal of respect for Starfleet. You might have an easier time than he is in convincing him to grant the Ambassador's request. Let me speak to Savin then.
Peace and long life.
Live long and prosper.
Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors?
I won't go through all this. Actually, no, I should. Soketh says you won't permit him to visit Pajem.
Soketh accuses me of abandoning logic, but he is the one refusing to explain his reasons for wanting to go to Pajem. The planet is sacred. Our ancestors walked those paths. They found understanding and serenity in its quiet. When I am at Pajem, I feel more at peace than any place else in the galaxy. Pajem has been touched by outside influences in the past. The Federation is at war. Now more than any other time, we must protect this refuge. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors?
Why do Vulcans restrict access to Pajem?
Many years ago, Pajem was used for political purposes. Technology used to spy on the Andorians was hidden beneath the sacred sanctuary. It should never have happened. Buildings that had stood for 12 centuries were destroyed because we allowed politics and war in a place where there should only be logic and contemplative thought. When the monastery was rebuilt, we pledged to keep it safe from the cares of the galaxy. Only those who seek peace may enter. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors?
The Vulcan people have monasteries?
Even a people who reject emotion require peace and contemplation. We are a spiritual people. Our rituals guide us throughout our lives. Vulcans who choose a life of study and isolation, as the monks at P'Jem have done, help us maintain our connection with our ancestors. The monk's study of Sirach's words in the Kir'Shara give us all a greater understanding of who we are and who we should strive to be. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors?
Tell me more about Sirach.
Centuries ago, the Vulcans were creatures of emotion. We fought one another in a series of wars that devastated our planet. Our species was on the brink of annihilation. Sirach taught us to embrace peace and to put aside our emotions in favor of logic. Sirach ushered in a time of awakening on Vulcan. His writings, the Kir'Shara, shaped all that we are. Without Sirach, the Vulcans you know would not exist. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors?
Don't you trust Ambassador Sokath?
I neither trust him nor distrust the Ambassador. I simply do not understand him. He will not reveal his reasons for wishing to speak to the Abbot, and has refused a mind meld with me. Normally I could respect his privacy, but other things I have heard trouble me. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors?
Tell me more about what you have heard.
Sokath has spent more and more time away from Vulcan in recent years, and seems ill at ease in what was once his home. T'Pela admits he has changed in the past few months. He spends hours closeted in his study, and does not share meals with his staff as he used to. T'Pela says that the stress of the war with the Klingon Empire is taking its toll. She hopes the peace of P'Jem will restore him. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors?
What if the Abbot agrees to speak to Sokath via subspace?
The monks do not use any unnecessary technology. Even replicators are not permitted on P'Jem. There is a communications array available to the monks for emergencies. Sokath's request does not qualify. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors?
Is there any way I can persuade you to allow Sokath to visit
I
P'Jem?
will permit it if you will pledge to me, on your honor as a Starfleet officer, that you will protect P'Jem from harm. Sokath says his reasons for wanting to speak to the Abbot are private. I will accept that, but only if you are with him. I know I can trust Starfleet. Please, protect P'Jem from any who would violate its sanctity.
I will. Live long and prosper.
Welcome to Vulcan. Do you have any questions?
I've spoken to Savin. We can leave for P'Jem now.
Excellent. Our departure has been delayed long enough by the whims of one man. I am prepared for the journey and can leave immediately.
Let's go.
Starfleet shuttlecraft, we have logged your flight trajectory, and you are cleared for departure. Live long and prosper.
Peace and long life. Normally we have to talk, but apparently he doesn't want to talk. Wants to go to his quarters to rest. Sir, I'm picking up an unusual energy reading in the system. Should scan the system before we take the ambassador to the surface. Agreed, sensors on maximum.
Scanning in progress.
Klingon ships decloaking, sir.
This is Captain Katak to all Klingon vessels. Target their warp drive. There will be no escaping our vengeance this time.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed. Target's shields have failed.
Captain, we're being hailed by the Klingons on screen.
Cease your fire, Captain. Perhaps today is a day for words. My fellow captains were blinded by our vengeance toward the shapeshifter aboard your vessel. They have died with honor. But if I am to die this day, then I would prefer to regale the halls of Strobalkor with the tale of that foul creature's death.
Shapeshifter?
So even the mighty Federation has been fooled by the beast. Your guest from Vulcan is not as he or she seems, Captain. They are an Undine. They put on a false face and try to control us. But we Klingons know better. We will hunt them down until the last of these honorless dogs die screaming.
And Undine, do you have any proof?
Ah! Allow me to stick a blade in its belly while I look it in the eye while it dies. That should be proof enough, even for Starfleet.
I'll take that into consideration.
If you wish the honor of the kill yourself, then it is yours to have. So long as the Undine dies, I will meet my death with eyes wide open and victory in my heart. I await your decision. Close hailing frequencies.
Consulting your bridge officers. Captain, sensors indicate Klingon vessels' warp drive, shields, and weapon systems were all offline. I don't even think they have impulse power. Whatever you decide to do, they can't really do much about it. Discuss the Undine with science. That's not Ava. Evelyn, sorry. The Undine are a species that first encountered by the crew of USS Voyager. They're cataloged them as species 8472, the Klingon commander indicated. They are indeed capable of changing shape. Additionally, they possess telepathic abilities that aid them in infiltrating the cultures of other species. So Ambassador Sokath could be one. I'm afraid that's a conclusion we cannot rule out, Captain. I could conduct a test to determine Ambassador is who he claims to be. Unfortunately, that would violate his ambassadorial immunity. Discuss the Undine with Tactical. Undine are physically superior to humans and consider anyone from our dimension an inferior life form. Vessel is much more than a match for the Borg. They represent the greatest threat to Starfleet. Where is the Ambassador now? The Ambassador is still in his quarters, so I recommend sending a security detail to detain the Ambassador until we're certain of his identity. A sound precaution. Agreed. Discuss the Undine with Engineering. Undine come from a dimension known as fluidic space. They use quantum singularities to move into ours. I'm afraid much more of their technology remains a mystery to us. One thing is certain, it's not to be underestimated. So why use a Starfleet vessel? That I can't say, Captain. The Undine are virtually unknown in the Beta Quadrant. My guess is that they're aiming to conceal their presence here. And the Klingons? The Klingons are saying could be true, Captain. If the Undine are in the Beta Quadrant, it might just be the Klingons sniffed them out before us. In this case, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Call the Ambassador to the bridge, open a channel to the Klingon vessel, let's settle this.
Patience is growing thin, Captain. If you lack the stomach to slay the beast aboard your vessel, then any Klingon here would gladly do it for you. I'd hate for you to stain that pretty Starfleet uniform with Undine blood.
Very generous, but unnecessary.
When the beast is slain? Makar! Very good. Perhaps the heart of a warrior after all. Let me look upon our enemy, and tonight we will dine together as warriors and drink to the honored dead.
I present Ambassador Sokath.
I take my meditations very seriously. Why have I been summoned to the bridge?
Accused, meet your accuser.
Alive? You're a fool, Captain! Strike now before it's too late!
Not without proof, Katok.
You want proof? Then lower your shields and allow me to beam over. Once the Undine's blood coats my blade, you'll see it for what it truly is. A Grint hound in Tark's clothing.
Ambassador, allow me to
There's
explain.
No need, Captain. The situation is not difficult to unravel. My concern lies in the logic of you entertaining this Klingon's meritless claim.
Meritless, but not unreasonable.
A most illogical conclusion. Allow us to examine the facts, Captain. You have a crippled Klingon vessel, whose captain has made unsubstantiated claims that I am an Undine, a species that is known to both the Federation and the Klingon Empire as a considerable threat.
Thus, a reasonable consideration.
Potentially, but only if a great many other factors were to be true. Is it not much more likely that the Klingons have, in the face of defeat, instead sought to exploit Starfleet's desire for peaceful resolutions to conflict in order to repair their vessel and renew their assault?
Status of the Klingon vessel. Weapons are inoperable, warp drive is still online, wait. Detecting an energy circuit and engaging the cloaking device. Red alert, lock weapons.
I only hope to teach you this lesson personally before the Undine does. We may not be able to best your vessel, but a Klingon knows many roads to victory. The beast may have evaded my vengeance for now, but I can still ruin its plans here at Pajem.
Fire. Lost my sensors, Captain, they're gone. Scan the area. Detecting energy signatures on Pajem's surface. They're in the vicinity of the monastery. They appear to be transporter signals. Life signs indicate they are Klingon. I'm taking away team down. Captain, shall I accompany you? No, it's too dangerous.
Precaution. Though I admit I am eager to see my people safe, I will await word until the monastery is secured. And Captain, let not my journey here be for naught.
Wait team to transporter room 1.
A wise...
Captain, we need to secure the area and then make our way to the monastery, which is located on top of the hill. Reading multiple Klingon patrols between us and the main building, sir, recommend we proceed with caution. Stay alert, we need to find the monks. Weapons out.
Enemy targets on sensor. Flanking damage detected.
Okay, batteries are almost ready to die, so I gotta change them.
Enemy targets on sensors.
Sir, receiving an alert from Vulcan. Tapella says she must speak with you immediately. I'll patch her through to your tricorder.
I have terrible news. Vulcan security forces have discovered the body of Ambassador Soketh. They have determined that he was killed by a phaser blast at short range. His remains were discovered in a stasis chamber hidden in a cavern beneath the Ambassador's residence. The Ambassador on your ship, the one that I have been working for, is an imposter. You need to be very careful. This imposter was able to fool Soketh's closest associates for months. He is crafty and very patient. Now that he has been discovered, he will be dangerous.
Captain security teams have reached the Ambassador's quarters, but he is gone. Search a ship, but, sir, unauthorized use of transporters detected. Vulcan government is questioning that Ambassador Soketh be detained and returned to Vulcan for questioning. Sir, whoever used transporter erased the logs. I have a feeling the imposter's on the planet's surface. I recommend we locate him immediately. Find him.
Such emotion on your face. I see now my deception has been exposed. Pity. Capturing the abbot so we could replace him as well would have been beneficial. But we are strong. We will prevail. You are weak, and the weak shall perish.
Look on my face. And he runs away like a little coward. I had him too. Recommend return to the Latex Black Cat for a search of the Undine ship. We need to find the Undine and take it back to Starfleet. Let's go. Captain is Undine ship on an intercept course. Sir, Latex Black Cat does not have armaments to handle an Undine attack. Starfleet reports sending ships to assist us. They're about 60 seconds out. We need to hold them off until reinforcements get here. If we target their torpedoes, we might have a chance.
Warning, ship is under attack.
Also, getting out of range will help.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed. Four shields failing. Target's shields have failed. Rear shields failing. Hull integrity below 75%. Four shields failing. Hull integrity below 50%.
That's gonna hurt.
Hull integrity below 25%. Four shields failing.
Nice. Downloading the data now, Captain. Incoming message. Incoming message from the USS Challenger.
This is Captain LaForge of the USS Challenger. Glad to see we made it here in time to lend you a hand. Perhaps you'll return the favor someday. LaForge out.
Hello, Geordi. We covered the final data transmissions from the Undine vessel, as well as samples of organic matter that was used to create the ship. We may need to get all this back to Starfleet Intelligence. They'll maybe be able to decrypt the messages and tell us more. Let's go.
The Ambassador was an Undine? I'm afraid their infiltration of the Federation goes much deeper than we realized. Who knows what kind of havoc they could create?
Congratulations, Lieutenant Commander.
You have a new power that can be set up to automatically be used. Press the left trigger to show your powers. Use the left stick to navigate this radio menu. Navigate to brace for impact. Press RB to toggle between different auto-execute settings and change when this power will be automatically used. This power will be used even if it is not set up for Quick Equip. Your inventory has a replicator that allows you to buy and sell items. Your inventory has a replicator that allows you to buy and sell items. Your inventory has a replicator that allows you to buy and sell items.
Okay, before we continue, I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Okay, you're gonna beam down to Starfleet Academy. Speak with Lieutenant Farah. Can't do any more of that. Alright, let's go on to the next mission.
Starfleet has lost contact with the Federation science station in the Kasei system, because all communications from Kasei 2 must be boosted by a satellite that compensates for Metreon isotopes prevalent in the system. It may be that the communications array is in need of repair. Please make the necessary repairs to the communications array and re-establish contact with the science station.
Understood, sir. Still a way to go.
Hidden dangers lurk in space, and the threat of Klingon attack has made even the most stout-hearted reconsider their choice to travel throughout the stars. A last-ditch effort to find a common ground could end this conflict, but there are many who oppose peace.
Thank you, Leonard Nimoy.
Ask me anything.
And here we finally are. Start detecting Gorn ships in the range of the sensor. Range of the communications array. I recommend we deal with them before we assess the damage to the array. Shields up, prepare for combat.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target shields have failed. Target's shields have failed.
Sir, readings are showing that the communications array has been heavily damaged by the Gorn. At this range, we should be able to contact the research station on Kasai 2. However, the station is not responding to the hails, and our scans are detecting signs of multiple fires on the station. Sir, the researchers may be in trouble. Recommend we send an away team to the surface. Let's go.
The Gorn.
They just stormed in and started shooting.
Tell us what happened.
The first sign of trouble was when we lost contact with the communications array. The Gorn beamed in and started shooting. They destroyed our computer core and took thousands of artifacts we spent years collecting. Then, as if destroying decades of archaeological research weren't enough, they started setting fires. The Gorn. They just stormed in and started shooting.
What are you researching here?
Captain Jean-Luc Picard and the crew of the USS Stargazer discovered ruins from an unknown civilization here almost 60 years ago. The Federation Science Council has been researching this site ever since. It's a fascinating find. There are more than 40 kilometers of catacombs under this facility. We've barely managed to explore a quarter of what we think is here. 2 years ago, we found a star chart in the catacombs that indicated that this civilization had contact with interstellar travelers more than 15,000 years ago. The chart led us to another site on Cassay 4, where we found the most extraordinary artifacts. If we're correct, the race that once lived here may have been an advanced proto-reptilian race. The Gorn. They just stormed in and started shooting.
Why would the Gorn attack here?
The Gorn have extremely long memories. Thousands of years ago, the Gorn hegemony ruled this entire sector. In their minds, that means these planets are still theirs. The alliance with the Klingons has inspired the Gorn to start rebuilding their empire. Every planet from here to Cestus 3 is in danger. The Gorn. They just stormed in and started shooting.
Did everyone escape the fire?
Not everyone. There are several members of our team still unaccounted for. Please, you must find them. The Gorn destroyed our automated fire suppression system in the initial attack. You will find fire suppression devices on the walls that you can use to fight the fires.
You'll be safe on the Latex Black Cat. I'll find your team. There's another research team on Kasai 4 involved in a dig at a promising site. Given what the Gorn have done here, I imagine that team is in trouble. Captain, we have to check in on them. If the Gorn have taken over the dig site, researchers could be captives or worse. Beam up and warp to Kasai 4. Sir, attempting to establish a communication link to Captain. Gorn ships detected. They're powering up weapons.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed. Target's shields have failed.
Scanning for additional hostiles. It appears the ship is safe for now, Captain. I've located a dig site on the surface, sir. There is a high-intensity energy field surrounding it. Our sensors cannot penetrate. I can beam an away team to a location outside the field, sir, ready to transport in your command. Let's go. And this will be the final mission of this stream. This dig site is that our team is working on. They set up several shield generators to protect them from the most important artifacts from further damage. There's a small encampment under the sensor dome. Gorn probably came in and took over everything. We disable the shield generators and may be able to get inside and rescue the other archaeologists. Look up, you can see the shield generator beams. We can follow those to the controllers and turn off the system. Yeah, right, you can't jump that far.
Shield losing power.
I know one of these has the accolade where I can shut it all down. Just wish that tardigrade was a combative tardigrade. There's no sign of the other team. The Gorn must be holding them captive elsewhere. Too late. Sir, the Latex Black Cat has detected Gorn starships approaching from the far side of the planet. They kidnapped the archaeologists. They should be aboard those ships. Latex Black Cat is locked on to your signal and can beam you directly to the bridge. Let's go.
You are meddling in affairs you do not understand. This system was the home of our ancestors. It belongs to the Gorn by ties of blood and conquest. We will not allow grave robbers and thieves to desecrate hallowed ground without punishment. Prepare for death.
You prepare for death.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed. Four shields failing.
Say we're locked onto the hostages, ready to beam them directly to the sickbay on your command. Beam the hostages on board. Researchers asked we leave them here, sir. They say they want to do what they can to recover the research and assess the damage done to the ruins. Starfleet will be sending a team to assist them. We can leave this system whenever you're ready.
If the archaeological sites in the Kasei system really are from a Proto-Gorn culture, we will have to weigh carefully the knowledge we gain versus what the Gorn claim to be their own history. The Federation Science Council has a lot to consider. For now, though, I'm glad the researchers are safe. Good work.
Congratulations, Lieutenant Commander.
Okay, that's it for this stream. Everybody have a good evening, and I'll see you next time.